I do not want to make this video. I have been dreading making this video for the longest time, but I think I have to. I have to make it. It's been since Miss Morale and the Big Steppers, and a lot has changed. A lot has changed for Kendrick Lamar, a lot has changed in the world, a lot has changed for me, Khalil Gamble. I went back and watched my original review way back in 2022, and it feels like a completely different person reviewed that album. It looks like a completely different person reviewed that album. Someone younger, with a little more hope, and a mustache for some damn reason. I like the mustache. The mustache isn't bad, but mustachioed Khalil did not like this album. Did not like this album at all. Looking back on that review, I don't think I spent enough time with the album. I don't think I listened to it enough to form an opinion, a real opinion, an informed opinion. Now, there's certain aspects of this album that deserve to be shit on. There are certain aspects of this album that are unforgivable. But the album as a whole, I've gone back and I gave it another chance. I re-listened to it all the way through. And now, I haven't done a complete 180 on it. I don't think this album is a masterpiece, but I like it significantly more than I did when I first listened to it. For those of you who don't know, Kendrick Lamar is an Atlanta-born rapper who migrated to Chicago with his mother in his early years, and he claims Chicago as his hometown. He first came to prominence as a producer on the Rockefeller Records label, but he soon gained traction as a rapper after his first album, The College Dropout. Since then, he has... Before we get into the album, let's time travel back to 2022 so we can get a little more context to the original review of the album and why I felt that way at that time. And maybe we can get to some sort of understanding of why I disliked that album so much at the time. Let's give some context for me and for Kendrick Lamar and for the broader world. I was in grad school for about a year at that point, getting to know the city, really having fun up here. I have a mustache. I don't know why. I don't know why I have a mustache. It's 2022, right? We're just out of the lockdown, not the pandemic. We're still in the pandemic, but we're out of the lockdown and we're all living it up. We're all having fun. It's only been a little over a year, a little less than a year, I think, since the lockdown was lifted. It's 2022 and we're having fun. And Kendrick, before Miss Morale, we thought it had been over. We thought it had been over. We were like, we're never going to hear from this dude again. We're never, ever going to hear a single song from this guy. Famously, someone tweeted, Kendrick Lamar is retired. And then Kendrick quoted that, announcing the album. But it had been a really long time since a Kendrick Lamar body of work. It had been, God, what is the number he says in that damn song? It had been...
I've been going through something. 1,855 days.
It's a pretty damn long time. It had been a long time since damn, and we all thought that nigga had retired. And then this album comes out. My expectations were sky high, as they are with every Kendrick album. And this album didn't meet him. I'm pretty sure I had listened to it maybe twice before I made that video, if I'm being generous to myself, but I didn't like it. I did not like it at all. The Hard Part 5. I didn't get the chance to make a video about The Hard Part 5, and I really don't have much to add. People have analyzed that song to death. It's hilarious. The amount of meaning they found in that song or they put on to that song, it's a great song. It's one of his best. I think it's the best The Heart freestyle or whatever they are that he's ever made. This song is technically the official closer to this album. Very smart decision on Kendrick's part. I don't know if it fits with the story of the album. I don't know if you should put it at the end exactly. It kind of feels tacked on. It's a beautiful way to end it, but I'm gonna forever think of this as sort of the teaser, the appetizer for the bigger album, the full body of work. And since this song has come out, it has only grown in my estimation. It is a masterpiece of a song. The Marvin Gaye sample is heavenly. and the story he tells over the course of these 3 verses. And this song was like a whole ass moment, man. It truly was. The video, everyone just bugging out, trying to figure out all the secret meanings and picking up on a bunch of Easter eggs. Everyone was just freaking the fuck out about it. Because one, it had been so long since we had heard from Kendrick.
1,855 days.
So long. And this was so out of nowhere. And everyone was dissecting the fucking song and the fucking video to death. Some stuff they were just making the fuck up, but some stuff was actually there. Some stuff was actually like interesting and, you know, really astute. But this song genuinely is in the upper tier of Kendrick Lamar music forever. This song is so damn good. It really got me excited for the album. I was like, if this is the first single, the album is going to literally be the greatest album of all time, because that is such a good song. It is a masterpiece. It ascends beyond, you know, like rap music, you know, into something more ethereal, into something, you know, that's enough of that. That's enough. Kendrick has had his, you know, sucked enough on that song, and you know what? I'm gonna stop. I'm not afraid to dick ride him this time. This song truly ascends beyond rap music, song, into the realm of art, high art, right? One thing about Kendrick Lamar, he knows how to open an album. Every album opening, absolutely amazing. Every single one of them. My opinion of this song has only grown since I first reviewed this album. And this song is just a running start. It really, really gets you into the world so well. And it gets you into Kendrick's mindset so well. I've said this like 10 times on this damn channel. Begin your albums. Start your albums. Let us know what this fucking album is about. Please, artists of the world, if you're listening, begin your albums. This song begins the album talking about regret and grief and loneliness and masculinity. And I think United in Grief is a good album opener. It's not his best, but it's really good. It really got me excited for the album. In all honesty, I was just, I wouldn't say, I don't know if I'd say I didn't like it or I thought it was trash. I was like, I don't know about the sound. People love this song. And I like it a little more than I did when I first heard it, when I first reviewed this song. And then as, you know, time progressed and I listened to the song a couple more times, I found myself just randomly being like, you ugly as fuck. I don't know. I think I didn't like Kendrick over trap production. I think I wasn't used to Kendrick over trap production at that point. And now I can vibe to it. It's a little long. It loses momentum and it just keeps going. But if I did hear this in a concert, I would scream, bitch, you're ugly as fuck. And like production wise, it's very exciting. It's very cinematic, it's very well made. But I don't know if I'm gonna like come back to it a lot. When I first heard this beat, when it first came on, I was like, oh my God, he's about to murder this. He is about to murder this beat. This beat goes so hard. I love this beat. And he starts rapping. The first few bars, he's going in, he's rapping. And then he starts the freeform poetry. Of course, I want him to rap regularly. I don't want freeform poetry, right? But that doesn't change the fact that this is an objectively good, interesting song. Kind of feels like a weaker version of All the Stars, but it's a nice vibe. You can play it in the background at a party, but it's fine. This does feel like $2 All the Stars. I wanted this song to be awesome. I wanted it to be great. I wanted it to be the greatest song of all time. Sampha and Kendrick That's what I expect. I expect the greatest song of all time. But it's like, it's fun, it's fine, I like the pianos. Kendrick Lamar and Sampha is a huge deal. Kendrick Lamar and Sampha on the same song is a huge deal. And when I first listened to this album, I wanted this song to live up to that hype. And I don't think it does. I still don't think it does. I think it's a good song, but those two talents in the same studio on the same song, you want more. You want a little more. The song's a little repetitive. It kind of stays in one gear. Sampha's amazing. Kendrick's rapping's amazing, but you want this song to ascend to a higher realm. We'll talk about Kodak later. I'll save my Kodak Black thoughts for later. I usually like when Kendrick takes a big swing vocally. But this song, I don't like his vocal decision. I don't like his vocals at all. I don't know. I don't know why he's whispering. I don't like Kendrick's singing on this track at all. His singing across this album just does not hit at all for me. First off, Taylour Paige. Great performance from her. I thought she was a rapper. But then I looked her up and I recognized her from Zola. By the way, Zola's a fun movie. Go check it out. But the memedom has definitely helped this song last a little longer. How hilarious it is. This song is so funny. And I think it's supposed to be funny. I don't know how earnest Kendrick Lamar is being, but this song is hilarious. And I didn't talk about that in my original review of this song. It's so fucking funny. Like Kendrick Lamar trying to be intimidating at like 5'7", 5'6", with Taylour Paige looking straight over his head. Another time where I was like, yo, can you just rap on this? I'd love if you just like took this beat and rapped on it. We got our Kendrick Lamar Alchemist collab down the road, but it would have been nice if he, actually rapped over this shit instead of screamed at Taylour Paige. Usually Kendrick Lamar and R&B go together like peanut butter and jelly. That is something you can count on. You can count on Kendrick Lamar on an R&B track. But this one's weak. I had not listened to this song in so long, and on the re-listen, I hated it even more than when I first listened to it. This song is fucking bad. This is a very weak, just very boring, very uninspired cut. I don't like this song. And the Ghostface Killah verse, it doesn't save it. The Kids Choir part was very pretty, and then the minute it goes out, I just lose interest in the song. I was very mean to this song on my first review. And since that review, this song and its reputation has grown so much in the heart of the broader Kendrick Lamar fan base. This song has become iconic, basically. I've kind of caved into the peer pressure. I've always thought the children's choir part was amazing, was ethereal. And when the beat kicks in, it kind of loses its momentum a little bit. And then Kendrick starts singing towards the back half, and I don't like his singing on this. But the song is good. It's objectively good. I'm not as in love with it as the rest of the Kendrick Lamar fan base is. Again, the children's choir part, amazing. One of the best moments of the album, easily. But the rest of the song is fine. It's just fine. Kind of feels like a glorified interlude. It's very pretty. It kind of sums up the theme of the album very well, very succinctly, but it feels just like an interlude. It feels like a glorified interlude. This is supposed to be his big redemption. This verse is supposed to be Kodak Black's big redemption. This is supposed to rehabilitate his image. You put Kodak Black on your album for this verse? Why is Kodak Black on this album? No one has answered that question for me. Is it about cancel culture? That's fucking stupid. Kendrick, what are you saying by having Kodak Black on this album? What broader message are you telling us? What is the deeper meaning behind that? This nigga sucks. He sucks as a person and he sucks as a rapper. Are you trying to say, oh, he's this really underestimated, underrated genius, Kodak Black? He's not. His verse sucks on this song. He ruins this song. He ruins this album for me. It literally ruins the song. The song could have been at least fun, but then Kodak's ass comes on and bores the hell out of me. Number one, I can't believe Kendrick let that Baby Keem verse on his album. People are saying like he wrote it for him, but like that verse is kind of better than any verse Kendrick put on the album. Why wouldn't he rap that verse himself? I don't think we talk about the fact that Baby Keem walked into Kendrick's house, stole the fucking show, and then walked out. This is Baby Keem's best rapping ever. And no one talks about this track whatsoever. Anyway, the Savior song, all I'll say about it is like, it kind of makes me sad that he's like, I'm not an activist, basically. That's what he's saying with the song. I'm not an activist. I'm not here to like change the world. I'm just making my music. This song from day one was one of the standouts on this album. I don't know why, it just doesn't. It's a good song objectively, but it doesn't move me. The message of it is a little eh. He's just basically saying, stop asking me to be a savior. Stop asking me to be an activist. Stop asking me to say anything real. That's kind of the overall concept of the album. And that kind of makes me sad, but like, yeah, I always do that. We always knew that, Kendrick. We kind of hoped it was different. We kind of hoped you had like big aspirations with your music. And like your music has literally changed the world. Like your song became a rallying cry for like Black Lives Matter, dog. Like, Kendrick, you know, we don't want you to be our savior. We want you to be a little more vocal with your beliefs. We want you to be more direct with what you believe. Say it. And he sort of did that this year, kind of. This album and this song is for Kendrick, you know. It's him exercising his demons, and I get that. He's not trying to fix the world, he's trying to fix himself. And I understand that. And this song is him, you know, grappling with his homophobia, his family's homophobia, and using his uncle, his male uncle, as a vessel for that. But like, yo, why do you keep dead naming your uncle? Why do you keep misgendering your uncle? And why do you have to say the F word? I'm a little more sympathetic to Kendrick Lamar and his cause now than I was back then. I appreciate the effort. A lot of trans people have come out and applauded Kendrick for trying, for taking that step. A couple trans people in my life love this song. Listening to it now, I've realized how crazy it is for a rapper of Kendrick's stature to talk openly about internalized misogyny and homophobia and transphobia in an introspective way, in an honest way, in a vulnerable way. It's truly crazy because rappers don't do that shit. But for Kendrick to make an entire song about a trans person in his life, it's truly an exciting step. This is a very important song to a lot of people. It's not perfect, but it's something. And considering the era we're in right now, we need every win we can get. Song's alright. The Pharrell production is really cool, but Kendrick does too much. I like this song less now. Going back and listening to it, I like this song so much less. Kendrick Lamar, you're doing way too much on this cut. The beat, I don't like it no more. Is it objectively a good song? Sure. But I don't like it. And I can't tell you exactly why, but I don't like it. You know those movies where... You know there's movies where they're like, yeah, they're really good. but I'm never gonna watch that again. That was too much. This was one of those songs. I don't know if I'm gonna ever be able to listen to the song again.
I admire this song. I admire this song like I admire a really, really intimate, really overly intricate, intense artistic portrait, a painting. It's beautiful, but it's completely inaccessible. There's clearly mastery at work. There's clearly someone with a very, very strong point of view and message behind it, but it ain't for me. If you at the function and someone's like, turn on Mother I Sober, whoa, what's wrong with them? It was beautiful that he was able to process his trauma and express it in song. I hope this song helped him come to some sort of catharsis, some sort of acceptance.
He really was like, y'all gonna know me with this song. And I applaud him for that. That's exciting. I'm not gonna ever listen to this song again. It's quite good. I'm not gonna listen to it ever again. He didn't want to end on Mother I Sober. He wanted to end on a more victorious note. And I don't know, maybe you ended after Mother I Sober. Why does it have to end positively?
An honestly beautiful way to end the album. It's honestly a better way to end the album than The Heart Part 5. The refrain, I choose me, I'm sorry. I choose me, I'm sorry. It's definitely resonant with the rest of the album. Artists, begin and end your albums, please. You're telling a story. It has a beginning, middle, and end. There's a period. There's an exclamation mark or a question mark. Put something there. Don't just leave us with some bullshit. End your shit.
But yeah, I hope this album gave Kendrick a moment of peace, a moment of respite, and I hope this was therapy for him. I hope he does a little more reading.
It's so funny looking back at this album now, after 2024. I truly thought that this album was going to be his last album. I truly thought we were never going to hear from him again. Or if we did hear from him again, it was like an Andre 3000 situation where he retreated deeper into his consciousness and he is so inside of his head that he can only communicate at a level beyond anyone's like understanding. I thought his next album after this, his next move after this, whatever it was going to be artsy fartsy, weird, inaccessible, non-commercial. I thought he was done trying to appeal to a broad audience, and every other album was just going to be progressively weirder and weirder and weirder and less commercial, and he was just going to just recede deeper and deeper into himself, into sort of retirement from public life. I thought the combination of genius and fame was going to become too much for him, and he was going to recede into himself and become even more reclusive, even more antisocial. I was so fucking wrong. I was so fucking wrong. That nigga's doing a stadium tour right now. That nigga has the biggest rap song of all time. He did the fucking Super Bowl. He's a fucking pop star. He spent this entire album talking about how much he'd grown as a person and how much he doesn't need the spotlight. He doesn't want to please the fans. He isn't giving into, toxic masculinity and homophobia. He's in therapy now. He doesn't need, the adulation, the spotlight. He's ashamed of how he's acted before and some of his mistakes. And then Drake reared his ugly head and took all that progress away. Made all that progress null and void. It's just so funny that he made this album just touting how much he's grown as a person and how much he doesn't need the fame. And then 2024 happened. And he decided to be the biggest rapper in the world, the most famous rapper in the world. But it's so wild that this album was what preceded that moment.
You're one of my heroes, Kendrick. I like you a lot. And I want to hear more music from you. and I'm excited to hear what you do next. I hope it's better than this album. That's it. Editing this is going to be an absolute nightmare.
Track.